The new year began with a raging inferno in California. Wildfires, fueled by drought and wind, tore through the southern part of the state. Thousands of acres burned, homes turned to ash, families were forced to flee. This is the new reality for a state grappling with the growing threat of wildfires. These recent fires are just one chapter in a longer story. California has always been prone to wildfires, but climate change is making things worse. Hotter temperatures, drier conditions, stronger winds, all these factors contribute to a perfect storm for disaster. Wildfires need three things to ignite: fuel, oxygen, and heat. In California, these ingredients are abundant. The state's dry, grassy hillsides provide ample fuel. Oxygen is readily available in the air we breathe. And heat? California has been experiencing record-breaking temperatures. Add to this mix the Santa Ana winds. These powerful winds blowing in from the desert can whip up a small spark into a raging inferno. They carry embers for miles, spreading the fire far and wide. The combination of these factors creates what firefighters call tinderbox conditions. Climate change is like adding fuel to the fire, literally. As global temperatures rise, California is experiencing more extreme heat waves. These heat waves dry out vegetation, turning it into perfect tinder for wildfires. The hotter it gets, the drier it gets, and the more likely it is for a fire to start and spread quickly. The problem is not just the heat, but also the change in rainfall patterns. Climate change is disrupting the normal cycle of wet and dry seasons. California is experiencing longer, more intense droughts. This lack of rainfall further dries out the landscape, making it even more susceptible to fire. Fighting wildfires is a dangerous and difficult job. Firefighters risk their lives to protect homes and communities, but as fires become more frequent and intense, it's becoming increasingly challenging to keep up. We need to be smarter about how we manage our forests. We also need to adapt to this new reality. That means building homes with fire-resistant materials, creating defensible spaces around communities, and being prepared to evacuate when necessary. Wildfires are a part of life in California. But by understanding the risks and taking steps to mitigate them, we can learn to live with fire.